Welcome back to part 2 of step 12. Now, when you go down to the bank account, I want to make sure you have all the information that you need, that you guys won't be just, because sometimes you run into some bank accounts or some banks that actually are not so friendly. And what I mean by that is some bank tellers go a little bit overboard when asking you for a lot of information for your corporation. Like when you go down there and open up your bank account, of course you're going to bring your ID. You don't need your social security number. They will ask you to list it on the application. Most banks, it's a formality. If you don't want to put it down there, you tell them you want to open it up without your social security number. But they're going to tell you that they need it for the purposes of the representative that is representing that bank account at the time. So give up your social security number. We're just trying to make sure that we look good for the bank accounts. We don't want a lot of issues. If those of you that really don't want to give it up, make sure you pay attention and go back and use the CPN. You can stay privately or use an actual family member or friend to actually open up the bank account for you. You know, there's no actually harm going to come to them. The corporation is not you, and the corporation is not the individual. It's separate entities. Now, anyways, back to what I was saying. What you're going to need, you're going to need actually your articles of incorporated, your documents, and your identification stating who you are, and actually your title. Make sure you are pretty much the first person whose title. The big names are Chief Executive Officer. They have a secretary. That's a big dog. Town's the treasury, and the secretary is a good place to title to hold because it's the highest and it takes care of all the money. It's just not ain't got nothing to do with a woman, okay? It's the title, the treasurer, and actually the chief financial officer. So all those names are big names. I wouldn't go lower than a vice president. I think most banks will not allow you to initiate the opening of a bank account if it's lower than a vice president. So be mindful of that. But what you're going to need is articles of corporation, the one that you filed as Secretary of State. Some of them put down articles of commission, identification, and some banks, like I mentioned, that's why I'm doing part 2, are kind of irritating, when it comes to typical, it's actually a corporate resolutions document. And I'll actually let you take a look at it. I'll put a link down there so you actually can download one and make it your own, or just plug and play and print it out and take that, sign it, date it, and take it down there. Whatever bank you're using. It's pretty self-explanatory. And if the link is outdated and you're actually taking this class outside of 2017, and the link is not up, which it should be, and it's not coming up, type in corporate resolutions for opening up a bank account. Corporate resolutions for opening up a bank account. I apologize for that. Anyway, this is what the template is going to look like. I don't know if you can zoom in on that, but you can pull it up, Google it, and you'll see that a typical corporate resolutions document is going to be pretty much simple and to the point. And pretty much what it's saying, you're going to put at the top, you're going to put your business, the corporation's name, you're going to put the date, and then you're also going to name who the actual president, the person is coming down on open an account, which is you, okay? Some people want to use other people, but we're talking about you. We want to be getting the money. You guys can use this as a team, or if it's 3 of you, or 5 of you, or 6 of you, or how many. Make sure you put them names listed down here. You're going to start with the first name, which is the person that's actually spearheading opening up the bank account with this corporate resolutions, which will be the chief executive officer or president, whatever title you give. And then in the actual body of it, you're going to list other names if there is any other names. Like the chief financial officer, vice president, anybody else that you listed there that you want to actually be depositing and opening up accounts and writing checks and stuff like that. Okay? And then you're gonna, at the bottom, they are it's almost like a notary and everything. It says, I certify that the resolution was adopted on such and such, boom, boom, bam. It's self-explanatory. And then you sign, date, and then, the body of the secretary, which is your board, directors of your corporation. Every corporation has one, and the sign it. I would actually put secretary's signature and sign it. You know, it's not a problem getting actually someone to actually be your secretary, or you be the secretary slash chief executive officer. You can be both. It's not hard. It's not against the law. Okay. And then you put your title down there if necessary, if you're not being, and then you sign it and you take it down there and you accrued it when you open up your bank account. This is key when you don't want to be going back home just to get this document or draft one up. I kind of made mine look a little bit more professional, you know, because I can do that. It's simple to do this in Word doc or even Photoshop. That's my logo, you know. And I actually did it like that. 4 Cycles of Life, ink, put my information there, and then boom, drafted it up, and then I actually put the names. I see I blacked those out, but I put the names of the individuals right there, and then I certified and I signed, date, and sent it. Brought it down there along with my articles of association and with my identification, and I filled out the form. It'll be a decent long wait. You know, the average actually banker is going to take about 30 minutes to 45 minutes, sometimes an hour, to open up your business account, because this is serious business right here. You know, all them businesses that them 9-to-5s that you work for, they're under some type of corporation, LLC, nonprofit, for-profit or non-profit, or a trust, private organization, unincorporated. I mean, there's so many. It's ridiculous, and none of us has been even actually utilizing this service. None of us. We actually literally go down there and work for other companies. Even your social security number is a Federal Reserve employee identification number. So you don't have no EIN number that's yours, then you control. You don't have no social security number that's yours and that you control. Yeah, it's in your pocket. You know, it's maybe it's tucked away somewhere and it's your number that you use from time to time, but it ain't yours. You know, you just share it with someone else. So this gives you ultimate control over something that you can move the way you want to move it. But I wanted to make sure I made this video, this part 2, telling you the things you should bring down when you open up these 3 business accounts that I want you to open up at the same bank. Okay, it'll go a lot smoother if you have this here and you get that one of them tellers that decides, because it happened to me. I mean, I opened up 3 bank accounts, like I said in one of the videos, but only one bank did that to me, asking for this. But the other bank, the third one, I just went ahead and brought it down there, so I wouldn't have to deal with hearing them say I should have this and I should have that. So you can literally put some names down on this corporate resolutions that you really want someone, your wife, your girlfriend, boyfriend, whoever your significant other is, family members, mother, father, cousin, auntie, or actually a co-worker or someone that you're going to business with. They can be down here with you. Get it out the way if you guys are doing business together and whatnot, so they can have the authority to do what's needed and necessary. Okay, so because they're gonna send this over to their legal department, the bank, and they're gonna put these people's information down there, and they're gonna issue checks and actual cards, business cards, checking debit cards and whatnot to the individuals that's names on here. Okay, so thank you for watching actually this step right here. We're gonna be moving on to actually step 13. See you there. Peace.